Oh, do you want to do?
Hey guys, what's up? You really can't recognize me because they have all these things. So I'm here with these two faceless thugs. As you can tell, they're very dangerous looking because you can only see their eyes. And this one is Amy B. Killen, who is a professional rapper and
It's a rapper move there. I don't know if you saw that, but
she's like Cardi B 2.0, really. And she's also a stem cell aesthetics MD, and these are both friends. And this is Harry Adelson, who I've written about. Actually, I've written about both of them in my books. I'm here at dosair clinics in Park City, and I'm getting. Right, what am I getting right now?
Harry?
So this is an ozone dialysis. It's also called EBO2, extracorporeal blood ozonation and oxygenation. So this is a really slick technology. So essentially what we're doing, we're pumping with a dialysis pump, we're actually pumping blood out of this left arm. It's passing through this ultraviolet irradiation. It travels into this filter. And the filter is a reverse osmosis filter, so it filters out small stuff, not big stuff. So we're filtering out heavy metals and dead cell particles and
Mold toxins.
Yeah, I mean just basically the bad stuff. While it's in that filter is being pumped. We're pumping in ozone gas, which is what that high-pitched whine is the ozone machine. So then the ozonated blood comes out of the filter, passes through another box, which is a red light laser 680 red light to activate the mitochondria, and then it travels into the other arm. I'm going to run it for about 45 minutes, and that effectively treats the entire blood supply.
And as you guys know from reading Superhuman, if you've read it, if you haven't, come on, what's up? You have to read this book, it's awesome. I talk about UVB treatments, and I talk about ozone treatments and how good they are for anti-aging. But what Dr. Harry's done here is by adding in this filter that removes immune molecules and inflammatory molecules, you're basically sterilizing the blood via two different ways of doing that. And a lot of disease stuff and a lot of inflammatory stuff just recirculates in the blood. This is one reason that donating blood makes a difference. So basically I'm giving myself a blood wash, which is something that I'm planning to do every 3 to 6 months for the next 100 and at least, 32 years or something like that. How long are you guys gonna live?
I'm gonna do 181 just to be a year older than you.
Let's race.
I'm good with 103, but I'm not that competitive.
That's below the new recommended average. It's 104 is what they think that U.S. and Canada, 107 in Japan. Come on, 103? Amy, I'm partying with you.
You're partying with me.
Well, I mean, you're the 180 people. I don't know about Harry. He's got to go to bed early. He's getting old.
Yeah, when we do. I've got a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old.
That'll make you feel old for a while. They do keep getting bigger, and magically around 11 or 12, they're like, "Can I have a lock on my door?" And then they just disappear. And you're like, "This is crazy. They won't even come to dinner." And you're like, "What do I do with all my time?" It's a totally different world.
Well, we're going to do this treatment, then we're going to do a little touch-up from your full body stem cell makeover. Do a little PRP in your low back, in your toe.
So guys, the other thing I did, and you probably saw the video, is, this was about 2 years ago now? I came in and I did the most extensive stem cell treatment that Harry put together, and now he's offering it for other people. It is really a big deal. There's, 3 doctors, 4 hours, half a liter of bone marrow, but basically every joint inside the spine, brain, reproductive, cosmetic, everything you can get done with stem cells all at the same time. And this is one of those things that probably for me is like every 5 years, something like that?
Yeah, that's right.
And this is because one of the 7 causes of aging that you would read about in Superhuman is stem cell exhaustion and actually just loss of tissue. And so I don't want to have sarcopenia, which is muscle loss that happens as you're old, and you don't want thinner skin, and you want your joints and your brain and everything else to work. When I say everything else, I'm talking all of everything else. Why are you laughing? I'm so. Are you talking about the fact that you injected stem cells into my What do you call that? What's the medical term?
We call it the penis.
You call it the penis?
Yeah.
So junk isn't the medical
I
term?
mean, you could call it that. There's actually a lot of terms you could use.
We're in Utah. In Utah, we call it down there.
Down there. Down under.
My Australia region. That's where I had the stem cell injection. So it turns out there really are a ton of things you can do for anti-aging involved in this stuff. And one of the things that I really appreciate, Harry, that you do is you do tithing. And you've got your new stem cell documentary. I'm in it. And so you take, what, 10% of your time and you donate it to
it's
people who need?
approximately 1 day per month.
Okay.
I devote to people who otherwise can't afford this treatment. So what we do is we have sort of an enrollment process where first people demonstrate that they are in fact living below poverty line.
Okay.
Once we determine that, then there's 2 pathways for entry. One is for combat service veterans. Those guys there's no further requirements. Like if you fought in battle for this country, I'm happy to treat you.
Yeah.
The other pathway for people who are not vets, combat vets, we just did one yesterday actually, is I will do the treatment in exchange for community service hours.
That's so awesome.
So I do, the gal we did yesterday did it at Habitat for Humanity. She did 100 hours at Habitat for Humanity. Boys and Girls Club of America, the VA hospital systems, and then one of the local organizations, the Park City Christian Center. So if you do that, I'm happy to do a treatment at no charge.
Wow. So that's called paying it forward, giving back, and doing good stuff. So if you guys are interested in stem cell work, if you have an injury that wouldn't heal, which is one of the things I was interested in, or just general longevity, the whole body stem cell makeover is a very high-end, comprehensive procedure. But you can come in and just say, this part of my back isn't working right, my shoulder. And Harry's got a huge amount of experience that we wrote about. And if you're just saying, I just wanted to look a lot younger, or I wanted either, whatever flavor of junk you have, it could be Neapolitan like me. Then
Nobody's laughing except for me.
I know, but everyone online is laughing, or they're making comments that are like really inappropriate, but I have no idea. But whether you're a man or a woman, there's incredible reproductive rejuvenation stuff that you can do, as well as face and hair and stuff like that. That is remarkable. So this combination here, it's the real deal, and it is possible. But most people don't even know about this stuff, and that's why I'm here to just say, hey, it's not in the world of science fiction. It's actually real. And I'm getting a blood job right now. It's like going to Jiffy Lube, except way, way better.
Yeah. We like to do the blood job, I call it an oil change for your body. We like to do it immediately before the stem cell procedures. And, that's what you were saying is exactly right. About half our practice is what I call a la carte, right? So it's somebody has low back pain or they have neck pain. We do a lot of spine injections. I've done over 1,400 intervertebral disc injections at this point. That's something we have great outcomes with. That's about half our patient base is people with mostly spine pain. And then the other half are the full body stem cell makeovers. And I developed that for you, Dave. I developed that early on in our relationship when you told me that you wanted to live to be 180. I was on vacation and I was looking out at the ocean and I was imagining like what that would look like what it would take to achieve that kind of longevity. And I was just when you see people who are, what's the record currently, 125 or somewhere
around there, 120.
Yeah, they look like arthritic prunes. They're all dried up. So it occurred to me that like in order to keep going, you got to keep the body healthy. Yeah. So over the years, I've done a lot of big treatments because I get a lot of farmers and mostly Western Canadian, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, oil field workers, just people who literally have arthritis throughout their entire bodies. So I was doing these big treatments for years, and then when we thought for you to do full body stem cell makeover, where we just preemptively treat the entire spine, all the peripheral joints, and then Amy, all of her special tricks, all at once.
It was definitely something that over the next year, you just feel yourself getting younger, more energy, just everything works better, and stuff doesn't hurt or creak. And it's not like I had that much, but you guys remember I was 300 pounds. I had arthritis in my knees when I was 14, and I was just used to being in constant pain. And I'd gotten a lot of that gone, but there's like new levels of being, oh wow, like everything like I didn't know it was supposed to feel like that kind of thing. So I really noticed a long-term change.
That's great.
Which was really
That's great. I'm happy for you.
If you guys have any questions here, if you hand me the phone, I think the needles will be fine. And I'm going to see what you guys are saying. I know I'm looking at this, and let me if I can turn the camera around. I'm a little awkward. All right, so I'm going to read what you're saying. Nisha says absolutely incredible. Okay, we have an all capital thing from Ricky Redmond. Ricky, when you use all capitals, it's shouting, and it makes you sound like you're kind of probably like a radical vegan or something. So don't do that, okay? It's like the capital thing is for the start of a sentence. Okay, that's how that works. All right. Thank you for sharing whatever you were saying. All right. I wish you guys could see me smile, but all you can see in this mask is weird stuff. And why did your friend just send you this live from Kayla? Probably because your friend is subtly telling you that you're getting a little bit old and it's showing and you need to do something about it. That's what I think, but I can't really see you. Maybe that's not the case at all and your friend just thinks you might be sick. So, but I'm going to go with number one. All right. Fancy Folks says they're going to make it to 150. Siraj, no limits. What else? I got a bunch of Spanish, which is cool. People are saying, what does it cost? And so stem cells, where's the start if you just like want the smallest procedure?
Yeah, so if we're doing just sort of like a knee and a hip or something like that, because we do this very comprehensive treatment that includes sedation and stem cells from your bone marrow combined with stem cells from your fat combined with exosomes, I think it starts around 15,000.
Okay.
Full body stem cell makeover, depending on how crazy you want to go.
That's a custom bid.
Yeah, it's like 30 to 45.
Okay. And so guys are like, that's a lot. If you were to get your knees replaced or a knee replaced, it's way more than that. So the deal here is you are preventing lots of way more expensive things. Insurance will cover this someday, I will bet you. Today it's generally not, but your flexible spending account does cover it.
Well, they'll
correct?
never cover full body stem cell makeover. But
The flexible spending one? Oh, insurance won't do that, no.
Yeah, but they might cover knees or hips or something like that.
Amy Nelson wants to know, what kind of doctors are you guys?
I'm a medical doctor, emergency medicine background, and I've been doing this now for about 8 years, after 10 years in the ER.
And I'm a naturopathic doctor. I went to National College of Naturopathic Medicine in Portland, Oregon, did a hospital-based residency at Yale Griffin Hospital, Derby, Connecticut. And
studied stem cells all over the world.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Stem cells in my peninsula, says Siraj. That's a good one. I'm stealing that.
We should totally use that. That's way better than your Australia.
All right, could anybody write the name of this treatment? Someone will type it, but this is a whole body stem cell makeover at dosair.
We just tag
here.
Harry.adelson.
I'm typing, so it looks all weird. You guys have to deal with that. Harry.adelson. Adelson. All right, that's where to go to get more info. It didn't look like it went. It's like it's not underlined or something. Did I do that right? Harry.adelson?
It's lowercase a. I don't know
that shouldn't matter. People want to be on the live video. I've never done that from random people. Let's have a random request. Let's see what happens.
Oh my gosh.
All right. I think you're in. Trevor, you said, how do us poor people get this treatment? We talked about tithing. If you do, if you're poor, Harry actually will allow you to do community service, and then he'll come in and you can show you did the community service, you qualify for it, and then he'll do it for you, or if you're a veteran. So, hello, welcome, you're live. Carolyn, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump in to ask anything, so I'm just backing out.
You have any questions? We can talk.
Well, I got lots of I listen. I follow you all the time. I always have lots of questions, but in Canada, which is where I live, down in the States right now. But where do we have people up there who might be able to do this kind of thing?
You know,
or do we?
Canada Health is pretty conservative right now, so
yeah.
They haven't said much about stem cells, good or bad. So it's kind of a gray zone.
I thought they were no longer able to have stem cell treatments in Canada. Is that right?
It Canada now? Last year it was gray zone. It's pretty much banned, but that's why people travel. So many
does
Canadians
make sense.
out there, right?
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Okay.
All right. Oops. I just dropped my pillow. All right. Let's see. Someone else wants to come in. Should we have someone else come in? I think we should have someone else come in. All right. View requests. Jolie sent me 10,000 eggplants in a comment. That was great. View request. Let's see what Sarah Elizabeth Frakes has to say. All right. Let's see if Sarah comes on. Hey, Sarah, what's up?
Hi. So I have a question. Why would you not be using like placental or umbilical viable stem cells, mesenchymal stem cells, since they haven't aged?
Yeah, so do you mind if I take
Yeah,
that?
of course.
So the thing about the umbilical cord or the placental stem cells is frequently they don't survive the freeze-thaw process. That's one problem. The other problem is, personally, I don't really want to take somebody else's genetic material into my body. Because you can have a graft versus host disease from a bone marrow transfusion like 2 years later. So we don't really know. Like, we think it's perfectly safe, but we don't really know. What I like about using the exosomes, which are from placental-derived stem cells, is those are the vesicles filled with growth factors that are, in fact, the active ingredient of stem cells. So what these labs do is they take these placental stem cells, then use a very high-speed centrifuge to separate the stem cells from the exosomes. Now you have the active ingredient. We supplement your stem cells, which contain your genetic material, supplement your stem cells with these exosomes, which are the active ingredient. What makes somebody's stem cell old is they lose the ability to manufacture exosomes. So we're effectively making your stem cell that of a younger person. So I prefer the umbilical cord stuff.
The other thing is, there's a lot of stuff that can grow in cells that is not tested for. Things like Bartonella are documented to be there. You're very slow growing bacteria. And I think it's an average of what, eight different umbilical cells get put into one person's treatment. So you're basically getting kind of rolling the dice there. And even with some of the earlier inoculations that people would get, they're like, oh, we didn't really realize that the eggs had HHV in them, and now a bunch of people have that. And so I don't know. I really like the idea of using exosomes when possible, or cultured umbilicals would be really interesting, except they're not legal in the US. So if you want to do that, you have to fly somewhere and you don't know really what you're getting. So I'm really hoping that we see a little bit more flexibility with our medical freedoms in the US, but right now it's not looking hopeful, as you can tell.
Awesome. I really appreciate it. It's interesting to continue learning on this topic for sure.
So someone just asked you a question. Audie wants to know if you're a nurse in the break room.
No, I'm in my apartment and I have balloons up from a birthday party. I am not a nurse or in a break room.
Awesome. Well, thank you for an intelligent question.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. I hope that was helpful for you all. I'm continuing to get my blood wash, and you guys have anything else to say? Just Dosair Medical. I tagged Harry on there if you're interested in doing this. I didn't tag Amy, but Amy and Harry work together, and right now they're putting stuff in the needle in the thing here. You guys want to see that?
We're actually going to draw blood off.
Nice.
We're going to take blood off to put in your platelet-rich plasma. So we're going to take this nice treated blood.
I'm like a vampire here. Look how clean that blood looks. Isn't that like the best looking blood you've ever seen? Aren't you guys like thirsty right now? You know that, you guys, this is a true story. I was bitten by a vampire bat. I woke up with it feeding on my neck, and every time they draw my blood, I'm like, why am I so thirsty? Do you guys have a medical explanation for this?
We have nothing to offer you.
I didn't get rabies though.
Not a tropical medicine specialist.
All right. Well, as you can tell, I'm in the middle of all sorts of cool stuff. And I'm going to let you, this is stem cell therapy, whoever's asking. So guys, check out dosair, D-O-C-E-R-E medical and dosair clinics. and their DOCERE is the keyword. And Harry Adelson is doing this blood ozonization. And all right, my brain's getting a little bit weird, which is funny because I feel energetic. Blood filtration. What's our filter? Dialysis.
Mm-hmm.
So he's the one running the dialysis and stuff like that. And that is a powerful treatment, especially if you were to say, I don't know, you had some sort of this is very common. Sometimes people get in, like, they get a car accident, they get whiplash, and they're like, I just don't feel good afterwards. Or they get like a lot of emotional stress, like, I don't feel good afterwards. They get Epstein-Barr or a cold or a flu, and then afterwards you just have these lingering symptoms. I kind of feel like, without naming anything in particular, that doing this blood filtering ozonation and all for systemic inflammation might be a good idea. But of course, I would not be talking about anything in specific here because I don't like sensors as much as you don't. On that note, my friends, filtering your blood is possible and it's awesome. See ya.